Nurse, where did they take the woman from ER? I had to make a phone call. They said they weren't going to move her. Now, she's not even... Her name is Eden Capwell.
Yes, sir. I know the woman you're referring to.
Well, where is she?
Well, they'll be taking her to surgery.
When did they decide to do that?
I'm sorry. You're going to have to talk to the assisting physician. I can't...
I don't know who the physician is. I just was here a few minutes ago, and I don't know what's going on. Just a second. Baby? Darling? Will you hold... Just a second.
The
Hold on,
patient
just a second.
is on the way to emergency
one
surgery.
Second, please. Darling? It's me. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be here when you open your eyes.
Lost the baby?
Mason, I'm sorry.
I want to see her.
She's still in surgery.
But you said...
I don't understand. Doctor, I thought Mrs. Capwell, Victoria Capwell, was right down the hall.
Oh, there seems to be some confusion. The patient who's in surgery that lost the baby is Eden Capwell.
She wasn't pregnant.
Just barely, about 6 weeks. Forgot your wife's pregnant, too. I just didn't stop to think that you would assume that it was she who lost the child.
I don't believe it. I mean, Eden must not have known. She would have said something.
Well, maybe she just suspected it was very early. She may have been waiting till she was sure. I'm very sorry, Mr. Castillo.
So am I, Cruz.
Yeah, well... but Eden is okay. I mean, she's fine, right?
Yes, they'll be bringing her into recovery soon. I'll let you know when you would see her.
Thanks. It's funny, we were just talking about this last week, you know. Seemed to have a lot of trouble getting the marriage off the ground. We figured we'd just go ahead and start working on the family and let the wedding catch up. If we didn't know, I mean, we didn't know she was already pregnant. At least I didn't know.
I know how you feel.
You think the doctor was right, maybe?
About what?
Well, maybe Eden suspected. I mean, if that's the case, that's going to be the first question on her mind when she wakes up. I think I better be there to answer it, Mason.
Now, Cruz.
Yeah.
If there's anything I can do, I don't know what it would be, but if there's anything.
Oh, thank you. Just wait here for Tori and tell her I'm glad she's okay. Was drunk. He practically hit you head on.
Victoria was with me.
She's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, in fact, they're talking about letting her out with you.
Is the baby okay? Everything's fine?
The baby's fine.
Oh. It's one of the worst times. She's really lucky.
Yeah, she's very lucky.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I was worried they took you to surgery. We probably shouldn't talk too much right now, babe. In fact, maybe you should go back to sleep.
Is there something about Victoria you're not telling me?
No, I told you everything.
I know you. What's wrong?
Well, I was kind of shook up because, you know, they took you to the operating room and I didn't know what to expect.
I don't feel like I've had an operation.
Well, I suppose the doctor can explain it to you. All I care about is that you're okay, baby.
Oh, I am. I'm a little sleepy, but I think I'm okay.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, you look worried. I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yeah. I know. I'm not worried. I just... Don't you want to go back to sleep?
Not until you tell me what you're not telling me.
It's important to keep in mind that you're alive and well, and that's really what counts. Whatever else happened, we might wish it didn't happen, but we got to keep it in perspective, right?
What are you talking about?
You were pregnant. You were about 6 weeks along.
Me?
Yeah.
You know, I thought I had wishful thinking. It was 6 weeks.
Yeah, apparently we were gonna have a little one.
Well, we're not anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If all goes well, I may even send you home tomorrow.
Okay?
But I want you to get a good night's rest.
I'll try.
Mr. Castillo, would you stop and see me before you leave?
I sure will.
What did you want to talk to Cruz about?
Well, I'll be talking to you two, but I think it could wait until tomorrow.
Well, if it involves me, I'd really like to know.
You're right. Remember when you asked me some questions a little while ago that I didn't have the answers to?
About having other children?
Right.
Oh, no, that's not gonna be a problem. Eden is one of the most healthy people you'll ever meet. I mean, look what happened to her tonight, and she's in fine shape.
Oh, listen, Chris, I think you should let the doctor talk.
You're right. Eden, you are in fine shape. And if it weren't for the fact that you suffered a miscarriage a year ago under similar circumstances, I would have no reservations at all about another pregnancy.
Well, if we take it easy, I mean, if I were to get pregnant, I could go to bed or do anything I had to do,
I
right?
hate to see you disappointed again. It may be that the uterine wall simply can't sustain a pregnancy.
So you're saying that I might not be able to carry a baby to full term?
I want to consult a specialist as soon as I have the definitive results of your tests. Then I can tell you more.
When will you know something?
Well, I could get back to you tomorrow or maybe even later tonight. Look, I will try and do it as soon as possible.
Thank you.
But I don't want you to worry until we know more. That's why I didn't want to talk to you about
No,
it
if there's
tonight.
something I have to be prepared for, I might as well start now.
And I'll try and be optimistic. And I promise you I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Well, you know, that didn't necessarily mean anything, really.
I'm not going to hide from this.
I know you're not.
You know, there was a long time when, even though I knew I loved you, I couldn't picture myself as a mother. You bring up children, and I changed the subject.
I remember.
Just because I was a child myself, I couldn't accept responsibility. I could only accept being responsible with... But I love you, and that changed me. And I wanted to bring love to something else.
Darling, I think we need to talk about this right now.
I wanted our baby. I wanted to share what we had. Oh, God. Yesterday, but I was afraid that I wanted to be pregnant so badly that I'd made it all up in my mind. Kept thinking about how you'd look when I tell you, what you'd say.
I'll have plenty to say when the time comes, I'll tell you. The problem is it probably won't be intelligible because I'll just be making a fool of myself.
What if you don't get the chance?
I think it's way too early to be thinking about not getting the chance.
You know, in life, sometimes you have to accept things that you don't necessarily want to accept. And you're always telling me that I can't run away from the truth. And the truth is that maybe you and me, we may not be able to have kids.
If that is the truth, then we'll deal with it.
It's not going to be easy.
Darling, I'm not denying that having a child has always been part of our dream. But the dream began with just the two of us. Just you and me. And as long as we have each other, we'll have more than most people will ever have. The only thing I couldn't stand is losing you. If I lost you, that would knock me dead. Anything else I can handle.
We lost our baby tonight. And it's okay if you want to be sad. You are always being strong, you know, for the both of us. When is it your turn to feel anything? I love you, I do. And you're right. If we want to face something, we're going to face it together.
Special understanding of what she's going through.
Imagine you do.
You can imagine how much she's suffering. It doesn't seem right that I got off scot-free. Sometimes life isn't fair.
We are going to get through this, you know.
Oh, sure. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you're already thinking of the future. I'm sure you're going to have a bunch of kids. Well, maybe not right away, but soon.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
Why?
This was Eden's second miscarriage.
I didn't know.
Yeah, and, well, depending on how much damage was done, there's a possibility that she may not be able to have kids.
I'm sorry.
No, it's in the hands of fate. Excuse me.
Okay, if there's anything you need, would you let me know?
Thank you. Good night.
I love you. Thank you for giving me this baby. What is it?
Oh. No, I was just thinking.
You want to talk about it?
No. Got enough to contend with.
We don't know what we're contending with yet.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Long before we talked about marriage, we talked about children. I know how important it is for you to be a father. When Brandon came and lived with you, you didn't have to do anything. You just had all the right instincts.
Meaning what?
Meaning, I don't want you to be cheated out of anything. And if there's somebody else, another woman...
There is no other woman. There could never be. Maybe you are my life. Good God, a child, 10 children could not substitute for what you are to me.
I want to give you everything.
You do. Every day you give me everything. You just gotta keep loving me. That's all I'll ever need.
Oh, I do love you. I do.
Come here. It's gonna be okay.